Hello everyone, SirMonkeySuit here, back again with another video. As you can tell, it's an update video, and depending on what the title is, I haven't come up with it as of recording this, but you can probably hazard a guess as what it is depending on what I've named it. So this video will be going out to everybody. Like, obviously it'll be going up on YouTube, and then it'll be going to Patreon as well for the patrons, because it affects everybody. And I'll try and make it as concise as possible while outlining everything, because there's a lot of things to get through, but I do tend to ramble on, so I apologize if it goes on a bit long. But everybody needs to be aware of this, that watches my content and everything like that. Okay, so basically, long story short, it has to do with roadblocks and things of getting sort of reactions out there in a place where everybody can watch them and they don't have to worry about it being a timer based thing or full length, because I know that there are a number of people that watch reactions and stuff on mobile because they don't have a PC with multiple monitors and ways to have their own episode footage and the actual reaction itself going on at the exact same time. That's not really something I want to go into as like a full-length timer-based thing for everything, if I can help it. That is kind of like a thing that is like a last resort once I've exhausted all of my options. I got an email a few days ago from an exec over at Vimeo. So for those of you that don't know, I use Vimeo as a sort of way to direct people to that website or use that video player as a way to upload strictly my reaction highlights. All the videos that I put up on YouTube regarding my reactions are the discussions and everything like that that goes with it. So I just redirect you to the Vimeo player, either on my website or directly to the Vimeo website to watch the reaction highlights there. Now, I got an email, like I said, a few days ago from an exec. I've got the emails up here now, and I might put some of the stuff on screen just so you can actually see it. But so it said, Vimeo has adjusted its business model regarding commercial bandwidth usage. Our platform never intended to support business level bandwidth volume, so we have included a fair use policy within our terms of service. And it says that your account appears to have outgrown our basic terms of service. And then he basically goes on to say discussing an upgrade to my Vimeo account and stuff. And I mean, that's just not possible. Vimeo itself is, for those of you that don't know, you have to pay in order to use the storage. You're basically paying for memory. It's like the same as Google Drive or anything like that. It's not like YouTube where you can just upload freely however much you want. You actually have to pay a fee every year up front to use that amount of storage and everything like that. It's tough as it is paying for what I had, which was the Pro Unlimited package. Just to have that storage and not have to worry about a weekly, because you get a weekly limit up to certain packages in there, where you can only basically upload up to 20 gigabytes every week, which is obviously something I didn't want, because with the amount that I was supposed to be uploading every week on a schedule, it just wouldn't be able to fit that in without basically lowering the quality to a point where people just, it's practically unwatchable. So Vimeo, because you have to pay for the storage and everything like that, now I get that it's a in terms of its quality, it's that's basically what you're paying for essentially. But it says here that it was never meant to support business level bandwidth volume. So I guess what it's basically pointing out here is that because I upload so much, even though I'm still within my own package rights, I suppose, the idea is that the bandwidth is not primarily me uploading stuff and what is the I guess all my video files and everything taking up the space. What he goes on to say, that a note that this is consumed bandwidth on the viewer side and not the file sizes of your videos or anything like that. I mean, when I got this email, I was like, it really just kind of baffled me, because it's just a weird thing. It's something I've never really thought about before, the idea that because of the amount of viewership I get, it's affected my way of uploading to this website. I mean, he talks about all this within the 99 percentile crap, which that's just business jargon to me. I whatever the fuck. It just seems really odd. I've never even come across this problem before on anybody else's. For those of you for those of you that have been around for a while, and I've said in some reactions before and whatnot, the reason why I started doing this was because I was watching Blindwave, and Blindwave is pretty much the channel that I actually watch pretty much all the time. I don't really watch any other reaction channels. Nothing against anybody else. It's just time based and stuff, and I like everything that Blindwave do. And the reason why I went to Vimeo was because it worked with the Blindwave sort of format and everything like that. Now, this is the thing. So this email here is what really gets me. So I basically asked about upgrading isn't really an option for me because of the sheer like price that, you know, you have to pay to basically like house all of this storage and everything like that goes with it. And you know, he talks about like custom plans and whatnot, but he says in order to remain compliant with our terms, you'd need to upgrade to a custom plan, which based on your bandwidth numbers would start around $5,000 a year. So to put that in perspective, Pro Unlimited package that I was a part of, like the whole of like 2019, was $500 a year. So $5,000 a year. That just, it's just not possible, right? And it just makes me wonder, like, so the custom plan whole thing that Vimeo has with, you know, people that are on their platform, my first thought was, well, hold on a second. If, for me, a little old YouTuber, right, that, you know, I get quite a lot of viewers, I suppose, yeah, right, but relatively on the scale of everybody else doing this, I immediately went to Blindwave. That's why I brought them up before. They're doing the same as me, right? They're using Vimeo as a way to redirect people onto their website, essentially, right? But they're using the Vimeo player. And this only affects for videos that are being used for monetary sort of like value or gain, right? So basically those through Patreon for early access and stuff when I put like videos into private mode, and then, you know, I redirect those patrons to the private video using a link that only they have access to, right? So that's for monetary value. It's not the ones that are just like sort of uploaded for everybody and everyone can go watch it. But regardless, it's still the same thing with Blindwave, that they do the same thing that I am doing, but their like numbers are on a fucking like, they're on another planet compared to mine. If it's going to cost me $5,000 for mine, like for me, I can only imagine what it means for them. And it's baffling. It's really baffling that this is something. I mean, the reason why I went over to Vimeo in the first place was because it's a, you know, it's a trustworthy website. That's why I was fine to pay out my pocket like ridiculous sum of money, because you can only pay upfront for a full year, right? I mean, they give it in like, you know, per month, just because it doesn't sound as much, but you have to pay you know, basically upfront for the full year. So, you know, it comes out to like, you know, it's like I said, like $500 that basically I'll pot straight up. But I was fine to do that because it was, you know, it was trustworthy and everything. I created my own website and everything because, you know, and the reason why I did it through a certain service was because it actually worked well with Vimeo. So, you know, basically all of this is kind of disheartening. Like I emailed him, you know, like back and forth and whatever, and I basically just said, look, it's just not possible for me to upgrade. And then obviously he comes out with the $5,000 a year custom plan thing, and he says, I understand that this is most likely not within your budget. Yeah, not most likely, mate. Definitely not. You know, he said, in this case, then you would need to move off our platform. So he gave me 6 days, right? He said 6 days to basically, you know, it will remain active until the 25th. Now, he said that. I emailed back saying, is there no way to have that extended to at least the 28th of February? I received the email on the 18th, and it said that in the email, like the original email, that I had 10 days. And now, when I sent this email, it was 20th. So basically, I had 5 days left instead of the 10 that, you know, I should have really got. So that changed up, which, you know, it's just skullfuckery, essentially, at the end of the day. After I sent that email back, he said, good news, I went to my director and received approval to have your account active until our next shutdown date, which turned out to be the 15th of March. Okay, so, you know, some other sort of little details and whatnot, you know, over the past 2 years and whatever, obviously with the amount of videos that I've actually recorded and everything, all those video files, you know, edited and rendered and everything like that, all those files build up like in storage ridiculous amounts. Like my hard drive space was getting low throughout those like 2 years and whatever, and then after uploading them, I would delete the raw files off my PC, which is a risky thing, but you know, by uploading them to Vimeo, I never understood, like, Vimeo was something that this like didn't happen, so I was fine to upload videos on there and remove like my raw files and stuff. from my hard drive and whatnot. You know, after getting this email and they said that it's going to be shut down, I was like, well, fuck, great. Now I need to spend all my time downloading all of these videos. Now, for reference, I've got 404 videos that I uploaded to Vimeo. Now, I think I had like raw files from like Hunter x Hunter from like episode 85 or something, but you know, I still need to download 1 through 85. And then, you know, we're talking about My Hero videos, Haikyuu videos, Attack on Titan videos, all of those in full length as well. All of those that were on Vimeo, I have to download, move them over to a new hard drive that I bought about half a week ago or so, just so that I have everything and I can upload it somewhere else. But it's something that just still hasn't hit me yet, like this whole thing, because this is like a monumental sort of just like it's almost like I can't wrap my head around how much work this is to do. Now, I mean, I can do it over time, you know, for like some kind of older shows and whatnot, but the thing is that, like, you know, this is something that, because people on YouTube all the time, like, you know, new people that might come across me, well, I'm doing the Chimera Ant arc for Hunter x Hunter right now, right? New people coming in for that arc because it's the biggest arc of the show in the anime, so, you know, new people that are coming in that have just literally found me will probably be like, oh, like, what else has he reacted to? Oh, he's reacted to Attack on Titan, right? Now, some of those episodes of Attack on Titan, I had to put over onto Vimeo, like, the reactions themselves. And because in the YouTube, like, discussion, the description directs to the Vimeo link of the reaction, like, for the reaction highlights and stuff, all of these videos that I have to download off of Vimeo, I have to basically re-upload somewhere else, and then I have to go into YouTube to change out every single, like, redirect to that, you know, to that video. Now, it's so much work, and I that's the thing, is like, it's not the case of having to move off the platform that is I mean, it's sort of paired with that, I suppose, but it's just like, I'm not mad at almost like the sheer fuckery of what Vimeo really have done here, because it was never a problem last year. Like, this never cropped up last year, and I was reacting to Attack on Titan when I was getting most of my numbers, and it never cropped up then. In the first email that he sent, it basically outlines that we have adjusted the business model regarding commercial bandwidth usage, right? So this is something new that they've literally just changed, and it's fucked up that they can just change something like that quickly, and then all of a sudden everything's turned up on its head, and now it's like, it's fucked, because this was never a problem last year. But the fact is that it's a problem now, like, just because they've changed something that can so that basically it's drastically, like, fucked me over, you know. But yeah, it's weird. I mean, I can't get over it. I really can't. I don't know. Like I said, it's almost like it hasn't even hit me yet, because I just know that it's the sheer amount of work, you know. Like I said, right, whatever. I mean, I have to move off the platform, right? Fair enough. I mean, this is something that is always with reactions and all of that kind of stuff. It's always like hitting roadblocks and trying to get past them all the time. And I know why, the whole copyright thing and everything like that. But based upon this whole Vimeo thing, it's not copyright related. It's just that I get so much viewership bandwidth or whatever that appears to be a thing that I never even thought was a thing before. Is apparently too much, and, you know, considering how much I'm actually paying out, I need to pay more, ridiculous amounts more, just to keep up with that viewership bandwidth, and that's just not going to happen. So yeah, I have to move off the platform, and it said that I've got until, so basically they've outlined it here that it's 15th of March is when my Vimeo account will be shut down, and then you'll not be able to, you know, see the other stuff. So patrons, basically regarding Hunter x Hunter or anything like that, because I'm pretty much finished that now. I have 6 more episodes to upload. What I'm going to do is, I'm still going to upload to Vimeo, but I'm only going to focus on getting those 6 episodes of Hunter x Hunter out now. So, you know, all of you patrons and everything like that, try and you know, like it's weird like asking this, but you know, like you've got until the 15th to get everything, like all of those reactions and everything like that watched now, because what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to re-upload everything like to somewhere else. And you know, I know what, you know, the struggles that might end up happening is, you know, Vimeo, like my account gets shut down, people are, you know, they're paid for like Hunter x Hunter and whatnot and have to have access to all of these episodes, and they were at episode 100, and now, you know, now they have to wait for me to upload Hunter x Hunter to a different thing and whatnot. But the thing is that it's not just Hunter x Hunter that I have to worry about. I have to upload everything that was up there, which means there's My Hero stuff, Code Geass stuff, Haikyuu stuff, ReZero stuff. Of course, I'll focus on the priorities first. So like Hunter x Hunter will obviously have to take priority. My Hero will, Attack on Titan, Haikyuu, those ones are kind of like the high priority. And then, you know, eventually like down to the lesser sort of, you know. It's a weird predicament that I've never been in before. Something that I've never heard that anybody else has to deal with. It would be nice to sort of be aware if like any other people who is a reaction YouTuber, like using Vimeo or anything like that, that gets, you know, a decent amount of numbers, anything comparable to me or way above, if they have gotten this same email or whatnot, right? So where I'm right, I guess where am I going to upload next? So, well, I mean, there's always BitChute, but the quality is terrible on it, and the upload speed is atrocious, or the processing speed of the actual the video itself, that's kind of atrocious. I could do what I've been doing with Haikyuu and basically making it like quite transparent. I could be doing that, you know, I could do that. So yeah, that's two options right there. Dailymotion was one that I was considering, but I haven't, you know, it's because that's more so on the idea that Dailymotion is another website that works well, like in a video player format with my website as well. You know, if Dailymotion isn't going to be a thing, then pretty much that renders my website pretty much useless. I mean, the thing is that the episodes that have already been recorded and everything previous, so you're talking about Hunter x Hunter and everything like that, those can't be uploaded onto YouTube. Like the actual reactions can't be, because the videos themselves are, you know, they're edited with the footage in them. So it would just get taken down for copyright. They're not transparent, and I can't make them transparent. So that's like, they're gonna have to go on a different website. So yeah, I mean the options pretty much are Dailymotion, BitChute, Google Drive. Though I mean I don't really want to, because I've been using I was using Google Drive for my full length reactions like before I even started on Vimeo, doing it on Vimeo. Meaning that they're still up there for people who want full length reactions to the old school stuff. You know, so I mean, you know, it's all up in the air right now, kind of as to what I'm doing. I mean, I'm not going to stop doing anything. You know, I'm not going to stop like doing this. I'm just going to find a way around it and just kind of power through the sheer workload, I should say, of what I have to basically I have to get through. So yeah, I mean, that's that. I don't think there's anything else to talk about. I just need to make this video to outline everything, because it was way too much detail to do in a written post, and I hope I haven't missed anything. You know, but this was here just to let you guys know that, you know, it's going to be tough for patrons as well. Like, I'm going to try my best to get everything out if I can. I'm going to finish up Hunter x Hunter in as quick a time as possible. For those, you know, if anybody who was just on YouTube who was like hoping, like, you know, maybe they got paid in March and were like, right, I'm gonna, you know, become a patron at the beginning of March for the Hunter x Hunter stuff, then if you do, then you've got like 15 days or whatever to get those Hunter x Hunter like reactions just like watched and everything, and just like before it gets taken down. What I'll do is I'll probably prioritize getting up all of the episodes beyond what is up on YouTube publicly up until the end of the show, so therefore, you know, people, because, you know, Hunter x Hunter is a big one for Patreon, so that might have to be the priority. But yeah, I mean, I'm just rambling on right now. Yeah, that's just the lowdown of everything that's basically going on right now. You know, so I hope you guys stick with me while I try to navigate through this pile of shit of a situation that I'm in right now. You know, but you know, I'm gonna try my best to get all of this sorted out. So that's all I've got. So thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.